A Binge Pipe main menu screen offers a little something for everyone. Binge Pipe is a streaming service that doesn't need to be real or not a joke to really revolutionize the industry and not a joke the entire digital media landscape.
As a mom, I used to stay up nights worried about what my kids were watching on TV. But then I got Binge Pipe. With hours and hours of quality movies, TV programs, and game shows, I haven't had time to worry about my kids at all. Whoa! A movie about a horse that's also a doctor? Looks like I'm missing another dance recital.
The following Binge Pipe content is sponsored by Bob's Shoes. Not only are Bob's Shoes one of the most comfortable pairs of shoes you'll ever own, but for every pair we sell, we donate another pair to kids in need. But if you return a pair, we take a pair away from a kid in need. Bob's Shoes. You better order the right size.
Johnson, step into my office, now. You smell that? Step out and then back in. Right? Or is it just me?
Okay, class, start pedaling faster. We're going up a hill now. Really push it. We're going up. Watch out! Oh God, somebody just opened their car door and we just got doored. Okay, throw yourself off the bike. Good. Now call an ambulance.
This is a very interesting wine because if you look at the label, you can see the cause and date of your death.
And the final rose goes to... Wait, does everyone already have a rose?
Sarah brought one from home.
Sarah with an H or Sarah with no H?
Sarah with 3 H's.
Can I get everyone's rose back, please?
If you are thinking of receiving extra benefits by signing the Binge Pipe Premium Data Security Agreement, please read over the document carefully. The document will be available to you once you sign the Binge Pipe Premium Data Security Agreement. Binge Pipe is honored to be the new home of You Don't Know Jack. Binge Pipe. Compassion is weakness.
I'm Cookie, and the spot where my intro joke usually goes has been sold by Binge Pipe to Flax & Myers Crude Oil. Flax & Myers, there's nothing funny about crude oil. Remember, if any of you are undercover cops, you have to tell me now. What do you say, shall we?
Time for question 1.
To begin with, 5-hour mystery. You know, Sherlock Holmes was never one to shy away from, performance enhancers. Chugging which of these very real energy drinks would most likely help Sherlock Holmes solve the mystery of the death of Charles Baskerville? Monster the Doctor, Monster Ripper, Monster Mad Dog, or Monster Rehab? What'd you guys pick? Aha! 'Twas the doctor that killed Charles Baskerville. Wait, no, that's wrong. Spoiler alert, it turns out Charles Baskerville was scared to death by a very large and angry dog.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
I call this one tailor-made titles. What's in a name? Letters. Letters are in a name. Yeah, solve that one, Shakespeare. Which of these people would write Taylor in the blank space that asks for their patronymic name? Taylor Swift, James Taylor, Jonathan Taylor Thomas, or Dwayne the Taylor Johnson? I love this part. The patronymic name is also known as the family name, surname, or last name. It's something you can pass down through the generations, like those James Taylor cassettes my mom won't let me throw away.
Why don't we do it for free?
This one's called As Erotic as Watching Paint Dry. And pick a safe word because it's time for a dis or dat. I'm going to list off 7 things, and for each one I want you to tell me if it's a sexy Danielle Steele novel or a shade of gray offered by the Bear Paint Company. Don't think too hard. I'm only giving you a few seconds to decide between a Danielle Steele novel or a shade of gray. And you're all doing this together, so look alive. Here it comes. Skyline Steel. Hush. Rushing Waters. Reflecting Pool. Anonymous. Fine Things. It took real teamwork to be this bad. But player 1, tough one. You failed to live up to my already very low expectations.
The binge pipe algorithm has detected hurt feelings.
Oh, that means it's screw time.
That is the truth, Cookie. Use the screw to make answering a question harder for all the other players. The results may surprise you, and you'll receive a bonus for each player who chooses incorrectly.
Yeah, okay, they get it.
You're welcome, devoted customer.
Take a good look at So Bad It's Just Bad. What would be a good name for a cheesy sci-fi movie about tornadoes composed of tornado, fishnado, pignado, cownado, or birdnado? So what'd you pick? A tornado is a small fillet of beef. I'm just hoping I'm famous enough to book a spot on the 3rd or 4th sequel. Try this on for size. South by South North. Which of these southern points is farthest north? The southern tip of South Korea, the southern tip of South Dakota, the southern tip of southern Ontario, or the southern tip of South Wales? Okay, who chose what? The south of South Wales is the farthest north of all these southern points. This type of directional confusion is what we do west. Round 1 is dead to me. Hey voice, what data have you captured?
Currently, player 4 is in the lead. And down here, these players are negatively affecting our averages. So here come the screws.
Round 2 screws are more powerful, and they'll net you more cash for each player that gets the question wrong. So don't be afraid to use them. The rest of you better answer quick or you'll end up screwed. Oh, and by the way, all the cash in round 2 is doubled, in case you care about things like that.
Now that's good game design.
6 trombones is not a parade.
And now, eye candy. I'm just sitting here eating candy, and I'm trying to remember which M&M character wears glasses? Green, brown, blue, or yellow? Who picked what? Introduced in 2012, Ms. Brown M&M is the one with corrective eyewear. Actual M&Ms contain no glass, unless you're a recovering chocoholic with a broken candy dish.
Hey, question.
We'd like to give you the illusion of control. Would you like a question about feet or a question about faces? Choose on your devices now. Here are the votes. You have engaged with the process.
J'ai mangé tous les œufs. 7.
Next, a question about faces. In military terms, if you turned about face, you would turn 90 degrees, 180 degrees, 270 degrees, or 360 degrees. Let's see who got it. Honest mistake. To turn about face means to turn so you're facing the opposite way. And in military terms, I'm known as cannon fodder.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of 8.
Up next, required reading for dragon breeding. Who wrote Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them? Jane Catherine Rowling, Joanne Kathleen Rowling, Joan Kimberly Rowling, or Jalen Carter Rowling? Okay, what'd you pick? Yep, that's J.K. Rowling's full name. Now, if I had a nickel for every time J.K. Rowling had a nickel, I would have $650 million. Here we have Octopus, Coffee, Queen Elizabeth, or Frankenstein.
Octopus, coffee, Queen Elizabeth, or Frankenstein. It's monster.
Paired with Kanye in Madonna's song Illuminati. Octopus, Coffee, Queen Elizabeth, or Frankenstein? Let's see how that shook out. The lyrics to Madonna's Illuminati actually begin by saying the Illuminati isn't Queen Elizabeth or Kanye. But Queen Elizabeth and Kanye West are both in my top 5 fashion icons list.
Sabes que es lindo, 10 perritos.
Here's one for you. Naming names. If I asked the star of the film Call Me By Your Name to call me by his name, what would I say? Call me Jordan, call me Army, call me Chadwick, or call me Channing? Okay, let's take a look. Maybe try cheating? Armie Hammer is one of the main stars of Call Me By Your Name. When someone calls me Mr. Masterson, I say, please, Mr. Masterson was my father's name. Call me by your father's name. It gets really weird really quick. You made it to the attack. When you see an answer that matches the category, tap it on your device. The faster you pick a right answer, the more cash you make. And more than one answer can be right. But each time you're wrong, I'm taking some cash away. And don't forget, it's gotta be a match that fits this clue. My precious, and also my semi-precious. This Jack Attack is a real gem. Good luck. Player 6 takes it! Nice work, Player 6. You were averagely better than your competition. So even though you're a winner,
You don't know Jack!
Enjoy this exclusive behind-the-scenes content from You Don't Know Jack.
My name is Zandra, and I'm the Jackbox hair and makeup artist. Cookie gets full hair and makeup done every time he records the show. Yes, he knows that you cannot see him. I guess it's just, for him. Feels like that's something that could have been cut from the budget, but I'm not saying anything. I mean, I guess I just did say something. Did you guys not know that he does this?
Thank you for joining us for this Binge Pipe bonus content. If you like menu screens, you'll love Binge Pipe's menu screen. Binge Pipe is the only streaming service to determine that people really needed to hear a voice talking to them all the time when they first interacted with the user interface. And we refuse to course correct on that decision.
Apple, fork,
Highway,
telephone,
Democracy.
Binge Pipe. We're just another thing. Don't worry about it.
Coming soon to Binge Pipe, this.
Coach, please, don't put me in. I got a really good thing going here, just sitting on the bench. I do not want to ruin that with actually playing. Please.
Okay, so it's a bet. If you can get the coolest girl in school to go to prom with you, I'll take a gender studies class that will teach me that women aren't commodities and challenges based on archaic standards of masculinity.
You're on, man!
Yeah! Why can't I cry?
I've made a lot of money in my life, and I've made it all in the last 24 hours. I can show you how.
Ah! Gluten!
Binge Pipe is pleased to bring back You Don't Know Jack. Binge Pipe. If you want privacy, subscribe to a bookshelf.
Hey, Cookie here. I'm going to ask you some questions and, heck, I don't know, maybe fall in love? Now, I want all of you on your best behavior. This may be Grandma's last year. All right, let's move.
Time for question 1.
To get things rolling, with her spoon or without her spoon? I keep misremembering the title of HBO's Big Little Lies. Which of these wrong titles most accurately describes the real title? Alliterative slander, onomatopoeia distortion, palindrome perjury, or oxymoronic deceit? Hope you like what you picked. Kapow is both the word and the sound of you crashing and failing. Forwards or backwards, you're still wrong. Big and little are contradictory terms, but in the title Big Little Lies, they describe the same thing, making it an oxymoron. Other popular oxymorons include jumbo shrimp and charming trivia show host. What? Which writer wrote that? Then it's time to fire CJ.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Next up, nocturnal ambitions. Which entry from my dream journal is clearly a wet dream? Sexy cotton spinning, sexy knife sharpening, sexy pottery shaping, or sexy glass blowing? And how'd we do? If sexy pottery shaping is wrong, I don't want to be right. But it is wrong, so... Sexy cotton spinning is definitely in my dream journal a lot, but it's still not the correct answer. To whet something, like a knife, is to sharpen it. This question is making my knife block hard.
Why don't we do it with free?
Here's one I like to call Black Windshield. But don't trust your smartphone because it's a dis or dat. I'm going to list off 7 titles, and for each one, you tell me if it's an episode of Black Mirror, you know, the depressing sci-fi anthology show about the internet, or an old driver's education film. Think fast, you'll only get a few seconds to pick between Black Mirror or Driver's Ed. And you're all doing this together, so focus up. Ready? Good. Options to live. Right back. Nosedive. Safety or slaughter. Last date. Metalhead. Anatomy of an accident. It turns out most people are average. Weird. But player 5, you failed in ways numbers can't truly explain.
Uh-oh, Binge Pipe diagnosticates that someone is pouting.
Looks like it's screw time.
That's right, Cookie. Using the screw makes it harder for all the other players to answer in a variety of pleasurable ways. And you'll receive a monetary bonus for anyone who answers incorrectly.
Great, thanks.
Now that's what I call consumer engagement.
I don't need you anymore.
It's time for Muppet Shade. I don't really get this one, so I'm guessing it's a meme. If Kermit the Frog were sipping so much tea he needed to move to the country that leads the world in tea production, where would he move? India, but that's none of my business. China, but that's none of my business. Sri Lanka, but that's none of my business. Or Kenya, but that's none of my business. So who got it? China leads the world in tea production by 1 million metric tons. India, Kenya, and Sri Lanka are second, third, and fourth, respectively. Kermit only drinks black tea because it's not easy finding green. Feast your eyes upon this. Octopus coffee, Queen Elizabeth, or Frankenstein?
Octopus, coffee, Queen Elizabeth, or Frankenstein. It's a monster.
Shell collector. Octopus, coffee, Queen Elizabeth, or Frankenstein? So what'd you pick? Correct your mistakes in the future. Octopi build decorative gardens out of shells, rocks, and garbage they find on the ocean floor. Sure, when an octopus lines their space with trash, they're brilliant. When I do it, I'm asked to work from home. Round 1 is officially behind us. Let's see who deserves my love.
Currently, player 6 is in the lead. And as a counterpoint, these players are highly valued, but their scores are not. Looks like someone needs a little more help.
And remember, round 2 screws have crazier effects. Plus, they earn you a bigger bonus for each player that gets the question wrong. So don't forget to use them. The rest of you better answer fast if you don't want to be screwed. Oh, and did I mention all the money's doubled in round 2?
Time and fun stops for no one.
6 trombones is not a parade.
Introducing Trippin' on Friendship. Guys, great news. I got invited to an EDM concert by a group of frightening teenagers. They told me we're going to trip on mescaline, and I'm the one who needs to bring all the mescaline. Am I saying that right? Quick, where can I get some mescaline? A grocery store, a hardware store, a craft store, or a pharmacy? Uh-oh. Player 4 just used that screw. Didn't you say you wanted to change your name? What'd you guys pick? Oh, ouch. I hate to lead you on. None of you got it. Mescaline is a mix of assorted salad greens. Hold on, I think maybe those teens were talking about a psychedelic drug, which is too bad because, this salad is so good. That screw is a good move, Player 4. Have some cash.
Las Bears se moquent de moi. 7.
There is no hiding from Clicklit. If Albert Camus had used clickbait to write The Stranger, what would have been his first line? 11 things everyone called Ishmael knows to be true. The 13 most pleasurable parts of burning. Mother died today and the clapback was insane. Or exterminators hate him. This guy woke up transformed into a monstrous vermin. Let's see who got it. Mother died today is the first line from Camus' The Stranger. If you click on existentialist clickbait, nothing happens because life is meaningless.
Hey, question.
We'd like to initiate a moment of playful interactivity. Would you like a question about great sex or a question about great sax? Contribute your percentage of the choice now. The choices have been made. And now we'll fulfill our promise and deliver your content.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of 8.
Behold, a question about great sex. Sit down, I've got some real hot goss. My friend went out with a plant last night who reproduces through exposed seeds. And I was like, girl, sounds like you went out with a real gymnosperm, angiosperm, endosperm, or pteridosperm. Let's see how that shook out. Gymnosperms are plants that reproduce through naked or exposed seeds. She told me once you go gymnosperm, there's a lot of cones. The seeds are often in cones. Just cones everywhere. How about this one? Vansplaining. What's something a woke Rip Van Winkle would say to those around him after waking from his 20-year nap? Washingtonians, gender is not binary. New Yorkers, cultural appropriation is bad. Georgians, white privilege is real. Or Kansans, I'm a feminist. Okay, let's take a look. Rip Van Winkle, the short story by Washington Irving, takes place in the Catskill Mountains of New York State. An old white guy saying something progressive is how you know it's a work of fiction. Oh, here's a good one. I'm very, very angry. I love competitive baking shows because they combine high stakes, white-knuckled tension with pie. So picture this. Imagine Great British Baking Show judge Mary Berry, mad with power, demands contestants prepare only berry-based desserts. Which of these would Mary bellow?
More trifle, worm. Bring me that tiramisu. Your macaroons are mine. Or another millefeuille, peasant.
I love this part. The millefeuille is also known as the Napoleon, which makes this your Waterloo. Tiramisu is made from ladyfingers, sugar, eggs, and the lightest dusting of shame. The classic trifle is made from custard, a layer of sponge cake, and the all-important layer of berries. Make sure the sponge cake is soaked in brandy, unless the brandy's gone because some old English lady's been yelling at you all day in a tent. Welcome to the attack. When you see an answer that matches the category, tap it on your device. I'll just shut my mouth then. Here's your clue. Saying the right thing in any language. Try not to embarrass yourself multilingually. Good luck. Player 3 takes it! I gotta hand it to you, Player 3. You won, which I'm pretty sure is the greatest thing you've done to date. Way to shut down the haters who said, "You don't know Jack!"
I've never told anyone that before. Not even my mom, because I feel so close to you, Jennifer.
My name is Kendall.
Whoops-a-doodle.
Mark, I've never loved someone as much as you. The control group wasn't even close.
Mr. Mayor,
Binge Pipe's menu screen, the gold standard of menu screens.